Tell me a bit about some of the other children and what you see once you go through that, particularly within trauma, because I think trauma is one of those areas that the nervous system just holds on to.
Yes, absolutely. So what we have seen is that for a lot of children, and it can be for adults as well, but let's say for children, it's very visible, and we can really point to parents that most of the time that the problems that they have come actually from traumas that can have happened very early in life. When I say very early in life, it means, after birth, but also during birth or before birth, where, we don't usually pay attention of those moments, but actually during pregnancy, there can be events happening of different sorts. It can be events happening to the mother. It can be physical events happening to the baby, in the fetus inside. And this has an impact on the nervous system, very deep impact. And so when we have developed programs, again, that by using higher frequencies in that way, it allows basically to start healing those traumas and allow the nervous system to leave basically that situation of fly and freeze. Really that situation where there is no choice. Either you go, you go away, or you fight what is happening, or you go in full freeze, but you don't have really a way to go in between. So I know I'm getting maybe a little bit more into details, but it's basically how we can help children. The issue is that those traumas are very deep, but when we start poking at those, it can bring a lot of reactions. Mm-hmm. And that's where it took us years to develop programs that are actually strong enough so that it really goes and start, moving those traumas, but still very soft enough so that it doesn't bring behavior difficulties that can impact school and other things.
Mm-hmm. No, it's incredible. And I know you have your own story about your own son, right? And why
yes,
you
that's
got
correct.
into this.
Yeah, so I've adopted two sons. They are now 24 and 25. But adoption is also another extreme trauma, although most people don't realize it and try to see the positive part. The child now is in a very loving family. It is so wonderful. But at the same time, to be in that loving family, the child had to lose everything he had before, meaning the 9 months he was in the womb with his biological mother was gone from one day to another. And he has to really, without knowing how, to mourn and to integrate all that loss. So I didn't know any of that when we adopted our children, but over the years, I came to encounter that approach that was developed by our French doctor, Alfred Tomatis, and I applied it to my children. And it's true that it definitely changed dramatically, actually, their life. For Laurent, the oldest, he had basically when he was at school, he was always telling me, I feel like there is a zombie behind me that is always talking all the time. Yeah. And when we did a listening test, we realized actually that he was hearing sounds that was normally, he should hear them on the right ear. He was hearing them as if it was coming from the left ear. So that was making that noise like the teacher teaching in front of him. Sometimes it felt like it come from behind. So it had dramatic effect, basically, in his attention at school and in the classroom.
Wow. I mean, that's amazing.